Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chiquita and this is my channel Business Specifics, where I discuss all things business related. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and click that subscribe button below. Click that notification bell so you'll never miss an upload. Getting into today's topic, I'm going to share with you 10 tips to becoming a successful notary and loan signing agent. These are 10 tips that I personally use myself that has proved to be successful for me and my notary business. All right, so getting into the first tip that's on my list is keeping track of your supplies. I know this seems like a no-brainer for most, but as you get busy and as your business picks up, sometimes it's easy to lose track of these things. So you want to always make sure that you have plenty of paper, regular size, as well as legal size, and plenty of ink. You never want to be in a situation where you get last minute signings or they may not even be last minute. They may be planned and you're thinking, oh, I have enough supplies, and you wait till the last minute to print and you realize, hey, I'm out of ink, or hey, I'm out of paper. That's just gonna further delay you from prepping your docs. It may throw you off time-wise. So it's just best to stay on track of that. And ways that you can stay on track of your supplies is by creating a spreadsheet. And that way you're able to track how often you have to buy, the expenses, everything that you need to know as far as purchasing and ordering supplies for your business. It also helps to have them on like an auto buy mode. I think that's what it's called, auto buy, whatever. On an auto shipment, there you go. It helps to have them on an auto shipment, so that way, whether you set it up for your supplies to come weekly, every other week, once a month, you always know what date to expect and how much you need. Tip number 2, have the most commonly used forms printed and ready. So this mainly applies to general notary work, not so much as the loan signing agent side of it. So for example, if you have a client that's like, hey, can you notarize this durable power of attorney for me? So you're like, okay, sure. You get there as the family discusses, they're like, oh man, we need a medical power of attorney as well. And they may not have access to a computer. They may be at a hospital, retirement home, or wherever it may be, or they may be from out of town. Who knows, whatever their situation is. Well, with you having those documents right there already prepped, you could just be like, oh, I have a medical power of attorney. And there you have solved their problem. And you've made some extra money in your pocket because you originally came for that one durable power of attorney, and now you have another power of attorney, which is the medical one. So that always helps in that instance. So like I will put somewhere on the screen or maybe below in the description box a list of all the commonly used documents. I know power of attorney is definitely going to be on there. A minor consent to travel form. There's going to be a real estate transaction form, a motor VSF form, things like that. So I print all those up, and how you can find these forms is just by going to Google and just Googling the appropriate form for your state, printing them up, keeping them in a file in your bag or at your office or wherever you keep your paperwork, and just having it on you. It doesn't hurt. Tip number 3 is very important, okay? And that is to read all instructions on orders and prep your documents accordingly, okay? I'm gonna say that again, you guys. Read all the instructions and prep your documents accordingly. So you may have gotten your feet wet just a little bit and gotten some loan signings under your belt, and you're just like, oh, okay, cool. Only thing I need to do is just print these documents. Okay. Print 2 stacks. Okay, first stack's for the client. Second stack is for me to have them sign, and I'm good to go. That's not necessarily always true. Sometimes with these orders you get, they throw special instructions in. For example, I know there's one particular company who likes for residents of Texas to print all the documents in letter size. Okay. And it's very easy to miss. You can just assume like, okay, legal and letter, but unless you're reading the directions, you would skip that part. And you skipping that part, what that would indicate to them would be that you didn't thoroughly read the instructions. And that could prevent them from working with you in the future. That's one example. Let's see, another example, they could throw in there like, hey, you need to collect a survey from the client. And here's a page where you need to check yes or no whether you collected it. If you didn't collect it, you need to email such and such ASAP. It could be something like that you just overlooked. And then because you overlooked it, you get your pay docked. And they don't work with you in the future because you didn't follow instructions. So it's very important to make sure you thoroughly read all the instructions so that you can understand, and not only understand, if you have to ask any questions, you can do so immediately so that you can be prepared for your signing that day, the next day, or whatever your signing is. Tip number 4, build a rapport with escrow officers, title companies, and signing services. This is another tip that is very important because this will get you very, very far. And trust me, because I have done this myself and it has gotten me so much further than where I was when I first started. So how you build a rapport, for example, if you receive an order, sometimes they'll email you and they'll say, hey, can you please respond that you received the instructions or you received the documents or whatever. How I respond, I type, good evening, Mrs. Jane Doe. I have received the appropriate documents. Thank you so much for sending these documents. I appreciate your time and have a great rest of your day. Smiley face. Something of that nature. Just things that show them that, oh, you know, that's very nice. Oh, okay. Or when they call you, can I speak with da-da-da? Hi, how are you? How's your day going? Okay, that's awesome. Well, yes, I got everything and I will follow all the instructions. I will make sure I take care to do X, Y, and Z. And thank you so much for working with me. I really appreciate it. If you need anything, please feel free to call me at any time. Boom, there you go. Just build that rapport with them. Just talk to them. Just be very professional, be very personable. Those are things that'll help you stick out amongst other notaries. Tip number 5, always reflect and look for ways to improve daily. This is something I do every single day. I always think and go back and think about my day, how it began, the mood that I was in, how if I had everything prepped and prepared for my day properly, how I conducted each signing, if all the signings went smoothly, what I could have done differently to make that signing go smoother for the signer and smoother for myself. Those are things that you need to do. You need to always strive to improve, always strive to be better than you were the day before. For example, I learned early on, okay, sometimes they don't always have the things that they need. So they show up to the appointment and they're scrambling and they're looking and it's taking time for them to make phone calls and for them to look for stuff and they're caught off guard. So I learned when I confirmed the appointment, for example, here's a little scenario. Hi, can I speak with Jane Doe? Hi, this is Shakita. How are you? Awesome. Well, I am the notary that will be conducting your refinance today. I was just calling to confirm the appointment time and the location. Okay, excellent. So I just wanted to go over some things with you so you would know exactly what you need to bring and exactly what you need to expect. Okay, so it does require one form of ID, whether it be your driver's license or a state or government issued ID. Yes. Also, do you have a homeowners association? You do? Okay, great. For this particular type of transaction, it requires for you to bring your homeowners association name, their number, their contact information, and their address. Also, as well, you want to bring your homeowners insurance information. And if you choose to have your funds wired to your account, this particular company likes for the people to bring a voided check so that it may be attached to the paperwork. Do you have any questions about that? Okay, awesome. Thank you and have a great day. Tip number 6, learn the title companies and what they expect. So it kind of pertains to earlier, like I said, reading the instructions and everything. That way, if you work with the same companies over and over, which if you go through any signing service, more than likely you will work with the same title companies because they go through that signing service. And then you'll be able to learn what each one expects. Like, for example, I know that one particular title company, they expect to have a survey. There's a piece of paper that will always be included with the package where I check yes or no that a survey was collected. So I know anytime I deal with the signing from that particular title company, I need to check with the signer and ask the signer ahead of time, do you have a survey, yes or no, so that they can bring it with them and I can include it with the paperwork. I can let the title company know that they did not have a survey and it will not be included in this package. Or there's another title company that I know that if you are in the great state of Texas, they want all the documents to be adjusted to letter size. They do not want letter and legal. They want all of them to be letter. And if there are forms that are legal size, they want you to properly adjust them so that they can be letter size and nothing cut off. Okay, so those are just 2 examples. So it'll make the flow of things a lot easier when you learn the expectations of each title company that you do business for. Tip number 7, practice good business ethics and give every client the VIP treatment. Okay, so I like to be very professional when I deal with my clients. I like to make my clients feel like, hey, you are the most important person for this 30 or 45 minutes that I'm engaging with you for this transaction. I take my time. I make sure that everybody feels comfortable. I make sure that I greet them. I make sure that I am dressed very professional, like I'm there to do business. I make sure that I speak professionally. I carry myself professionally. If they have any questions about anything, I make sure that I know who they can call or who to refer them to so that they can get their question asked if it's anything specific that I cannot answer by law concerning their documents. So I try to make everything go as smooth as possible, be upfront with them, explain what I'm about to do so they'll understand the process, as well as when I call them to confirm the appointment, I give them an overview of everything and what they need to bring and how it's going to go then so that they can feel comfortable and know what to expect. Okay. And as well, I also send reminder emails or text messages. Hey, this is just a reminder. Your appointment's on Tuesday at 3 p.m. at this location. Please don't forget to bring these items. Thank you. You have any questions? I'll see you at that time. Things like that. So it makes you look good. Okay. It can leave a good impression on the client. I know if you work with a lot of signing services, and even if you have direct clients, they ask them how their signing was and how everything went, and they'll leave good reviews. Good reviews typically can lead to you landing more jobs and frequent signings because title companies, they like that when their customers have a good experience because that's a reflection on them. Tip number 8. This is another one that is highly important, and that is study notary laws weekly to stay on top of everything. Okay, people, so things constantly change. And then, there's no way that you can know everything that there is to know. So it's always good to Google, read, go on the NNA website, American Notary Association, whatever site that has notary laws, notary rules, tips, guidelines, whatever, whether it's talking to other notaries, just so you can brush up on your knowledge, brush up on laws and rules, because sometimes there are things that update it. Like, for example, in Texas, I think this happened November of 2020, they updated how you conduct Texas cash outs and HELOCs. Those have to be conducted in title companies and law firms. So, if you're not staying up on your laws, then, you may find out too late and risk possibly violating the law, which is not good for you or your business or your commission. So stay on top of the laws in your state. Tip number 9, network with other notaries. It's always good to meet your fellow notary brothers and sisters that are in your area, to have someone that is familiar with the job that you can talk to. You can ask for their opinion. If you need help, you can reach out to them. They can answer questions when you're not able to reach whomever, wherever, whenever you have a question. And it's always good, for example, if somebody contacts you and you're already busy or booked for that day and they need help, rather than just saying, hey, sorry, I'm busy, you could refer them to somebody in the area that could help them. So that way you still took care of the client. The client got what they needed taken care of, and you referred that to another notary in the area where they can make some money. And then vice versa, they do the same for you, and you all just help out each other and be a beautiful notary family. Okay? Also, other notaries can share tips and tricks and different strategies and things that can help you build your business. Sometimes notaries can work together as a team. You may have somebody that's very, very, very good at refinances and very knowledgeable, so that's their area of expertise, or somebody that's very good at Texas cash outs, or somebody that's very good at dealing specifically with VA loans. So you all may have different areas of expertise that you can share information and help each other to be better and stronger in this notary business. Okay, last one, last but definitely not least. Don't forget to relax and de-stress from the hustle and bustle. It helps to create balance and prevent burnout. So as you scale your business and business starts to pick up and you start to get very busy, because just all the things we have to do as far as ripping and running all across town, dealing with traffic and crazy driving, the demands of the signing services or the title companies, you're responding to emails, you're responding to text messages, even the signers are calling you, they have an issue, they have a question, you have to refer them, or you have to see, how you can help them, or just whatever. It's a lot, it's a lot, especially, doing this, from sun up, sundown, or however your hours are. It can be a lot. It can be mentally draining sometimes. Sometimes your brain can get overstimulated because it's a lot of multitasking going on as your business scales and as you build your team, more responsibilities, more everything. So you have to set aside time, whether it's daily, whether you find pockets of time daily to take some time out to yourself, or once a week or once a month. I don't really suggest that. I think, at least once a week, preferably every day, you take a little pocket of time, whether it be 30 minutes to go for a walk, get some fresh air, or go have a nice lunch, peaceful lunch. I like to go have lunches in the park, get some fresh air. I like that. That's my thing, to kind of excel and kind of, de-stress. Or whether it's first thing in the morning, you just wake up a little bit earlier. You like to go work out. You like to pray, meditate, yoga, whatever you like to do. Or whether it's at nighttime after everything is finished, you like to take you a nice hot bath and soak, put your little bath bomb in, okay? Set your little music, have your little aromatherapy going on, and just exhale and just relax and just de-stress. You have to have a balance in this business because, like I said, it can be very demanding. It can cause you to have to multitask, and it can be kind of mentally draining and sometimes emotionally draining. And I say emotionally draining because having to constantly interact with the public every day and always having to be a certain way and be professional and just be on it all the time can be emotionally draining. Especially if you're someone kind of like me. I'm kind of like a loner. You know, I don't like to do too much talking all the time. I like to kind of be off to myself, and always having to be around people and always having to interact and smile and talk. Sometimes that can be a little emotionally draining. So it's just good to have some time to yourself, to de-stress and to relax. All right, everybody, we have reached the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that these tips can help some of you to improve your notary loan signing agent business. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them below. And as always, I will see you guys next time.